This is Record of Ragnarok's first tournament character getting one-shotted, and it was done incredibly well. I'm not gonna lie. Sun Wukong one-shotted Prometheus, and it was done so well. I'm not gonna lie. No one should complain about it, and it's insane, man. Okay, let's just dive right into the review, shall we? Holy cow, y'all know the drill. Yes, this is chapter 9 of Record Ragnarok Apocalypse, Humanity's Salvation, and we see a flashback of Sun Wukong back in the day as, I guess, on his journey to the west with him and his friends. And I didn't notice, but those two guys are the ones that are with Sun Wukong currently, that call him Big Bro. I was surprised. I was like, oh, that's them. And my apologies for not remembering them. But yeah, they're there. They're with Sun Wukong. As we see that they're taking on these. I want to see more Sun Wukong's backstory. Like, there has to be more, right? Like, there's got to be more. Because it's just so little that we got to get more. No one. I think that's why they're gonna save more for later on when he fights again. When he fights Ku. Because in the next bracket after that, this round's over, they gotta go another round, and it's gonna be Sun Wukong versus Ku. And I don't know how Ku's gonna beat him. I have no idea how Ku's gonna beat Sun Wukong, unless, of course, if he hits Ku, and then Ku makes a comeback by his demonic form. But again, as Prometheus did state, yeah, if you keep fighting like this, you're not gonna win this tournament. And you might be right. Prometheus might be right. And then, yes, we cut to Sun Wukong back in the day that he would fight gods, and it seems like this version of Sun Wukong was a human that ascended to being a god. That's what it seems like they're describing here. That Sun Wukong, not just by qualifications, but just his power and his abilities, he just became a god. And I'm like, okay, I mean, this is very interesting because, again, as we all know from the actual story, Sun Wukong was an actual god. He was a monkey king. Well, he was born as a monkey, and then he did a bunch of achievements, and he was acknowledged as the Monkey King, essentially. And yeah, he was born from a rock, so yeah, he was a type of god, all right. And then he would learn from experiences, from victories, from defeats. He would continue to grow and everything. We even get Emma's statement on it, saying, that he would continue to do this until people acknowledged him as the great sage equal to heaven, he who stands shoulder to shoulder with gods. So yeah, Monkey King, he's not a god, but he's like a god essentially, kind of similar to Buddha, where Buddha was a human that ascended to godhood, similar to Hercules as well. And Monkey King, I can't wait to see that backstory and how he achieved it, because it's crazy. And again, this is interesting. It reminds you a lot of Shin Hung when he fought a god and he managed to beat him, but Shin Hung wasn't going out of his way to try to defeat gods. He was just um, he just met a very crazy death god Ku, and he killed him. Ended up fighting him and killing him. It was a good backstory for him. Then we get Sun Wukong fighting gods. He wasn't alone. Obviously, he had his friends helping him out. He was on the journey to protect his, I believe, what was it, a priest or something? Is it a priest or something like that he was trying to protect on his journey over there? So, yeah, crazy for sure. And we get Zeus commenting on it that, yeah, as I said, that Monkey King, he was, when it came to like normal standards, yeah, he was below the average god. He was like very, like, he matched like the lowest of the gods when it comes to sheer power. This man is SSS class even amongst the gods of Valhalla. So Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, I'm not gonna lie, like, from this chapter alone, it seems like, okay, yeah, he's gonna be up there with Zeus, Hades, Poseidon, like those tier of fighters, of the higher tier of Record Ragnarok, which is insane to think about. And I wish we got more of this fight. I want to make a tier list of Monkey King and well, I almost keep calling him Leon because he looks so much like Leon. Prometheus, of them two. I'm adding them two to the bracket for now because but again, I'm not too sure how, like, because Monkey King, like Sun Wukong, I'm not sure where to place him because we didn't get too much on him. We don't know too much of his endurance and everything. Prometheus, we got a good handle on him. I really like him, but he's not gonna score like all like super high on that tier list. Unfortunately, I just don't think so. He's good, but I mean, yeah. Then you get to Prometheus, waking up from his attack, thinking, "Wait, what happened?" He's like, "Oh, that's right." Then his chain or his bracelet around his arm just shatters, and this dude tries getting back up. Prometheus, my boy, tries getting back up. And right there, Ares is surprised by this, and Hercules knows. He knows the outcome of this fight. Prometheus lost. Prometheus lost this fight. There's nothing he could do to continue. He should stay down, or he's gonna probably die if Subukong continues to take the offensive. And right there, even Prometheus somewhat knows it, but he's not giving up. He collapses, but he's just gonna force himself up. And then we have, I am so sorry, Persian pantheon. I am Ahura Mazda, the creator god of the Persian belief pantheon, and he just announces that yeah, this is very admirable, but in the end, Sun Wukong's won. I mean, like, the dude's not wrong. I can't wait to see him fight. How in the world is he gonna fight? But then yeah, Prometheus is is continuing to crawl forward, and Sun Wukong's like, yeah, don't man, don't, or it's over, dude. You're gonna die. And Sun Wukong's not being cocky. I mean, he's right. He's freaking right. Yeah, Prometheus got one shot at, and yeah, he's down. But again, almost call him Leon. Prometheus continues to try to get back up, and the other gods are like, "Oh, come on, man, it's already over. It's already over. Call it." But Prometheus manages to get back on his 2 feet, and right there, Sun Wukong's like, "Why? Why go this far?" And then we get another backstory for Prometheus, where he's being told by Zeus, Prime Zeus, that, "Hey Zeus, or hey Prometheus, we're gonna need you to go to Earth to take care of them. We got some business to take care of." And this is okay. I thought this is cool because this seems like around the time where Zeus, Ares, and Hermes are gonna go in conflict with Gaia and her children, the giants, and that's gonna happen. It seems like this is like a little bit before that event. So it seems like they're like, yeah, we gotta take care of a bunch of other business. They don't say it, but I wish they said like there's been a little unrest with giants or something. I think that would have been neat, but they didn't need to do that because again, we see their aesthetic, we see the way they're looking. It's like right before they go out and fight the giants. So I think that was cool that they added this here. Like we're gonna be busy for a bit. I mean, we are in charge of Valhalla now, but we're gonna be doing some other things. You know, we got some stuff to take care of, and you can look after the humans, right? And Prometheus is like, I'm sure. Then he goes down to the human world and he reflects on like, yeah, humanity was modeled after the gods, but in reality, they're not. No, they're not the same. They're not the same. Humanity are just, uh, as he says, really fragile, cowardly, short-sighted, weak. And then we see him getting along with some humans he saved from a giant boar, and he's around a campfire as he thinks of, and they're pure. And he starts smiling, and because again he loves humanity. I wish we got more of this with Hercules. I really, really do, man. Freak. I like Hercules, but I mean, Prometheus really sells you on like, yeah, I'm a god titan technically. That's gonna fight for humanity. I really am. Again, we got a lot with Hercules, and I really think he did. They wrote him pretty dang well. I'm really liking Prometheus too. I'm thinking like Prometheus is freaking great. And then right there, Prometheus starts standing up saying, "Because I love humanity." And okay, I like it, but retroactively going back on it, on Hercules saying it for the humans when he loses to Jack. Okay, it makes me like, I wish, like, I see those two are good friends, and I do think it's well done. It's just personally for me, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But here it's done well, and I'm not gonna take it away from it. Hercules watching Prometheus saying, "Yeah, I love humanity. That's why I'm gonna go help him. I'm gonna save him." I really like that. I really like it a lot. In Hercules being very, very good friends with them, watching this is like he's taking inspiration from this, you know? Because again, Hercules, yeah, he's a human. He's a human first, and he wants to save the humanity. But Sun Wukong's just not taking it. He's like, "Don't make me throw up. You should know. You should know better than anyone. No matter how much we reach out for them or love them, humanity can't be saved. All of us and our travels," as he's referring to him and his friends. In the end, after that, it didn't change anything. And I get where Sun Wukong's coming from. I mean, even now, if gods came down to Earth, and taught, we're here with humanity, then left. I mean, humanity. Oh, there's gonna be still some humans that are gonna be like, nah, screw that. I ain't like they're here, but whatever. I ain't listening to them. Stuff like that. I legit believe that, and it does go to show that yeah, even with these gods, again, the gods in Ragnarok, they're able to suffer and die. They're gonna and their humanity is just gonna be taken. Some humans are gonna be taking them for granted, and the gods here, like Sun Wukong, and a lot of them just take humanity for granted, as in like they always look at the negatives of it. Like Shiva once did, Aphrodite definitely still does. But over time, after they fought the humans, um, even Shiva was like, you know what, humanity, they're pretty chill, they're pretty cool, you know. So yeah, and with the story of Ragnarok is just kind of turning the god's point of view, like, okay, humanity's probably not as bad as we thought, you know. But with Sun Wukong, for him, was like, yeah, I was on my journey. Yeah, they're not going to be saved. So here it shows me that we're still going to see more of Sun Wukong's backstory and why he's so disenfranchised with humanity. If he is an actual story, let me know, because again, I'm not familiar with Journey to the West. Only the fact that Goku was based off Sun Wukong, and they go on a journey with, I think it's a priest, to take him to his travels, and he have to just deal with a bunch of mischief and mayhem. And I want to see that series spin off. Please give me Sun Wukong series. And then Sun Wukong's like, and then what? Then what for humanity? And then Prometheus just said it. He's like, and then nothing. To save, what reason do you need? Your friends. So essentially, Prometheus is like, yeah, do you really need a reason to go out and save your friends? And he got Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong's stunned by this. He's like, oh, free, he got me. And as Prometheus stands tall, everyone's so surprised. As Prometheus says, well, now, what say you, Great Sage? As you can see, I can still fight. And then really like slight time passes as Sun Wukong's like, hey, referee, as he's talking to a Hollock, not Hollock, Yuri, sorry, as he says, hurry up and call it already. She's surprised to see, oh, Prometheus, he lost consciousness as he's standing. The match is decided. Sun Wukong is the winner, and they say, okay, they say the round lasts for 20 minutes. Okay, first of all, good chapter, but okay, Sun Wukong lasting. Okay, I'm assuming most of this was probably Prometheus embedded in the wall and trying to get back out. I'm assuming that's the most of it, because there's no way most of this was just Prometheus having Sun Wukong trapped and then just wailing on him. I could imagine that took like a minute, like a few minutes, but I would say like probably 15 minutes. No, okay, yeah, no, 15 minutes was just Prometheus just crawling out, and because holy cow, this fight seemed fast. Like of all the fights in Ragnarok, this fight seemed like the fastest of them to me. And this is a lot longer than some fights we see in the actual mainline story. So I was like, oh, holy cow. So yeah, Prometheus was probably there for a little while, just like regaining consciousness and crawling back out. It has to be. Like, it has to be. There's no way most of this fight was just Prometheus just beating down on Sun Wukong and Sun Wukong making a comeback. I don't think that's it, but it could be, but I don't know. And then Prometheus fall back and Hercules gets him. Hercules does thank Sun Wukong because Sun Wukong could have killed Prometheus at any point of this fight at the end, and Hercules thanks Sun Wukong for holding back, for letting Prometheus do his thing, standing up, declaring, and then passing out. And Hercules does give some thanks to Sun Wukong for that. So overall, really excellent chapter. I gotta say, I'm gonna give this chapter a freaking 10 out of 10. I was blown away by this chapter. Just for the sheer fact that I said a long time ago in a video before that I would not like if Record Ragnarok did any one shots. And granted, the mainline stories hasn't. The spinoff did a one shot, and it was done really well. Like, I couldn't believe it. And also, I just hope that with it, like with this one shot happening, like when like it's gonna be crazy. Ku, he's gonna have to go through some craziness to being able to overcome this one shot. Like, Ku is gotta have to watch this and learn from this fight. And be like, okay, I can't let the tip of that Sun Wukong's power pole. I don't know if that's what it's called in actual mythology. That's what Goku's is called. So forgive me. Hits him. So he's gotta really really be careful about it. He's probably gonna use this tree to block the attacks and everything. Which I don't know how the tree would react to being hit by the power pole. I mean, it would be crazy, but yeah. So I'm just very curious to see how that's gonna happen. It depends how they handle the fight with Ku and Sun Wukong. How that fight happens, how it's concluded, it's gonna make me really go back on this fight and think, okay, does it really make sense that Ku's able to, if he gets hit by it, which he's more than likely gonna get hit by it, does it make more sense with Ku's backstory, what he goes through? Is he gonna be able to handle the pull compared to Prometheus? But we'll see then. All right. So yeah, that concludes my review. I really really enjoyed this chapter a lot. I liked it a lot, and wow, I can't believe I'm talking about this chapter way longer than I am with the mainline story. Because again, with the mainline story with Simu versus Loki, that's crazy, and the ending was crazy with Loki still seeming to love Brunhilde and not wanting to lose the fight and making the clones. That's crazy, but go check out that video if you haven't. All right, so yeah, that concludes this video. If yeah, it's really really intense. I like this chapter. I was literally almost speechless about it. But yeah, if you listen this far, I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day and take care.